Hello everyone and welcome back to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be showing off the first in a series here, what I call tiny toys. And the first toy that I'm going to show off is Soundwave, and this is actually him right here. And yeah, he's real small, and this is an official product, by the way, guys. So let me show you this. Whoa. And let's see if I can't get a close-up here. There we go. And this was released by Takara Tomy in Japan a long time ago. Not too long ago. I think about 2003. Let's see here. What does this say here on the card? 2003. So if you take a look here, this is what it comes in. It came in a box. I don't have the box anymore, but I still have this card, which actually shows in Japanese his little check specs, and then what might be the smallest transformer ever, and these are the instructions on the inside. So let's go and show off some of this and see what it looks like. Now I'm going to take out this ruler right here and just show you that this thing is, so if you're using inches right here, he is no bigger than 1.25 inches. I mean, that is pretty small. And let's take a look at what this guy looks like. Whoops. And yeah, his joints aren't exactly all that tight. Let's see here. I can go in here. All right, so this is what Soundwave looks like in this little tie. And yep, this head does not flip out. It just turns around. It just flips back like this, so you can see the head. Yep, there it is there. And here's what he looks like from the back and the sides and everything else. And for comparison, here he is with the most recent release of the reissue of Soundwave from Walmart in the classic packaging. And you can kind of see the size difference here and some of the color differences, and see what these look like. And on the back as well, this sticker does not want to stay in place. I might have to reattach that with some other things, but here's the back here just for comparison. And just to let you know that this is supposed to be a pretty much exact replica of Soundwave, the G1 version of him. So there's that. And then we also have the Earthrise, or actually it is the Earthrise version of Soundwave from the War for Cybertron trilogy. This was actually the Netflix packaging Soundwave, so you can kind of see how that stacks up there. Alright, so let's take a quick look here. Now, something very interesting about this is that, yes indeed, if you looked at the instructions, this opens, and what's inside is a little tiny Ravage. So let's get him out, and it's the only cassette he comes with. Oops. Okay. Let's see if he wants to come out. Come on, Ravage. Alright, so... Whoa. Okay. Spend some time, but... Oh, there it is. Wow, it's so small. I don't want to damage it too much. So, yeah, you can open this up. So let's take a look at that real quick before we take a look at Ravage itself. This is not a clear cassette door or anything like that. It's just a solid piece of plastic, and you can see, and there it is there, and closes up just like that. And it closes pretty tightly, securely. Now let's take a look at this. This might actually be the smallest official transformer ever. So it doesn't have any detail on it whatsoever. I mean, look at that. Look how small this is. So let's take that ruler out again. Remember I told you this was about 1.25 inches, or if you will, in terms of millimeters, it is about 3 centimeters, about 3 centimeters. You can see 3 centimeters here, and then about a little over 2 centimeters tall. Okay, so this is the little Ravage. I haven't transformed him yet. He's just the cassette. I mean, he barely registers in there at... Oh, let's see if we can't get this cleared up for you guys. There we go. Alright, so this is just a little over a centimeter long. And not even, it's like a little over, maybe 3/4 of a centimeter. So in inches, if you're keeping score here, this little Ravage in cassette mode is barely a 1/2 of an inch long. I mean, that's insane. Okay, so it's the fun part. Let's transform this thing. This is going to be very delicate, and I haven't done this in a while, so and these are just friction joints, and like I said, 0 detail. So what we're going to do is flip the head out. I mean, there. And then there is a foot here. And then another foot here. And there's Ravage. That's it. That's all there is to it. There's Ravage in his Jaguar mode. Look at how tiny this thing is. This is so small. It's insane. That is a very, very tiny transformer. That's crazy. So does it stand up? Let's see if we can get it to stand up. I don't know if it can. No, there is no tail or anything like that. It's just it. That's pretty much all you get. So, oh no, I cannot get that to stand up, but you can kind of see it there. So let's take a look at Soundwave here, and I'll point out another detail that this thing has. If you turn around the back, just like on the original G1, you can open this up and you'll have 2 batteries here, and that's the little battery clip. The cassette clip door and the battery door. So you open that up and you dump these out. And then we close this back up. Okay. Now what we have here are the 2 quote-unquote batteries. They are pretty much exactly identical. I was just looking at it. Sorry, guys. There you go. Pretty much exactly identical. No detail, no real like painted detail or anything like that, so they look exactly the same, but that's impressive. So what we're going to do is let's transform this guy into his robot mode, and he's just like the G1 except for this part up here where you have to just flip up his head. His head does not rotate. So you flip his head up, open up his legs, and then swivel it forward, open up his other leg, do the same thing. And then we're going to take this here and just push out his foot on both sides, and then open up, and then just pull these arms forward, and there is Soundwave in his robot mode. Now he has you can get his arms all the way up. It's a very delicate figure, so you don't want to be rotating it too much, but you can rotate them all the way around. His elbows do bend. Whoops. So small, so tiny. So, and then you can do that on both sides, and you'll notice that like these things they're just kind of pushed in. So now let's give him his battery weapon. So you can shove one up here, and there's not a lot of, whoa. That's one tricky thing with these, is that make sure that you have, that you don't lose these little tiny accessories. So you can put one here, and you can have him hold his gun here, just like that. His little peg in his hand. There we go. And that's Soundwave and Ravage right there in their robot modes. And like, let's take a look at this just to take a look. And it's got lots of neat detail on it. A lot very similar to the G1 version of the toy. These are ballish like pegs here. hold these. So technically you could do something like that, but these joints are so delicate, you really don't want to like move them around too much. So you can see, let's see if I can get a little more focus in. There you go. Yeah, this is really, really, really cool. And it's not that big. Yeah, it's a very, very cool little Soundwave. Very G1. So there it is. And he is with Ravage. Let's see if we can just lean Ravage up against him. So, yeah. Maybe. There. So, see if I can't zoom in on this so you can kind of get that. There. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today, and I've got more of these tiny toys, tiny transformers to be reviewing in the future. So please stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more of my content, please subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys next time.